on Twitter about like it's hard to put into words, and like I think I just need to accept it.
Put it into words.
Yeah, like I have. That's how I started the show of just like this is who they are. They're the best team in baseball, and it's not by accident. They've shown it consistently pre-All-Star break and now post-All-Star break that when you sit down, watch, listen, and get to just see the lineups, the pitching staff, the way that Pat Murphy goes about each game, it's art. It really is. It is something that you should celebrate, but now it is how do we continue to see and build towards the playoffs, because the regular season versus playoffs. And my big thing is it's okay at this point to scoreboard watch. Somehow, some way, the Cubs blew it to the Orioles yesterday, right? And every game does matter, because I think if you have the best record in Major League Baseball, and I know we've talked about how, hey, if you're in the wild card, that's a 3-game series. We saw it last year. We all know what happened. I don't want to relive that because that is the past, and the ability to potentially get a bye is in play. And if you win the division and you continue just to take 2 of 3 every series, you're going to drop a couple. But they're looking at a bye. And if you can give this squad a better opportunity to go as far as possible in a 5-game series versus a 3-game series, I love that. I don't want the fickleness of baseball to bite this team in a 3-game series for what they've been showing us through the regular season.
I totally agree. And thank you to the Baltimore Orioles, by the way. Brewers now have a 2-game lead on the Chicago Cubs in the NL Central.
Yeah, it was 3-0, and Gunnar Henderson hit a 3-run home run. I was like, come on now.
Come on now.
Come on now.
It's magic. I understand the concerns of, oh, no, are they peaking too early? Sure, I hear you. But I think something Ben said 2 minutes ago is the case. This is just who they are. They're that good. And, yes, 22 games above 500 on August 3rd is ridiculous.
But can you say that they're peaking too early when we're just talking about William Contreras coming into some of his form? Like, he's been nowhere near the hitter that he was last year with his finger injury that he's going to be dealing with the entire year. Obviously losing Jackson Churio, it's maybe the best time to do so because Blake Perkins was available after his shin injury, and he's batting above 300. Like, it's just next. Like, this is the next man up. Everyone wants to have a next man up mentality, but showing next man up and delivering on that is something that we've seen all season that you just have to believe in.
It's really, really fun
Logan
to watch.
Henderson, you're up.
Yep, and he'll be fun. He's not the Miz. He's not going to be going out there and throwing 106, but he'll be just fine. And that's the fun part about this team. 800-990-3776. That's the Carbless talk and text line. Your way in to Sunday Karma. Alex Strouf, Ben Brust, at least for the moment, and Kyle Wallace hanging out with you, an abbreviated version of Kyle Brust and Nortman, which you can hear from 2 to 5 weekdays on ESPN Wisconsin. Adam on the Carbless talk and text line says, oh no, Sunday morning and we're doing Brewers math?
Simple Brewers math today. We didn't go deep.
15 plus 25 equals 40. That's how many
16
hits.
plus 8 equals 24. Is that good is the question mark.
Crazy. All right, Benny, before we let you go.
I'm good for a little bit. This tow truck company is not making me happy.
Let me tell you about tow truck companies. Let me tell you. They give you a time,
Hope
and they
they're
give
not
you a
listening.
window. In the window of time, they may say 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and after 30 minutes, it's another 30 to 45 minutes. They keep kicking the can down the road.
I scheduled it yesterday for a 10 o'clock pickup.
What time they coming? 10:45?
I would put the over-under at 11:30 at this point.
Because they literally have other jobs, and it's
But I was like, hey, you guys are busy today. Can I schedule something? Yesterday I asked that.
Oh, yeah, you can schedule it. That's money. What you mean?
Kyle,
What gonna do?
you notice anything about Ben's appearance?
It looks like the same. I don't know.
Went to my old trusty, my favorite shirt.
That's actually not what I was referring to.
My lip?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Again.
No. I thought I saw something
So-
interesting when he was sitting. You got to be kidding me.
Saturday morning, yesterday morning.
You got to be kidding
I
me.
get up and I hear,
Wow.
Ben Brust is playing pickleball with us this morning. And I said, oh yeah, let's go play some pickleball. And we're just pickling, playing a little back and forth, and then all of a sudden Ben goes, ow!
Oh, no.
I go, what happened? What happened?
He reopened it?
No,
He hit
this is
himself in
not
the
one of
face.
the stitches areas. I've had 6 stitches in the middle of the lip.
Dude, you had
Four
Guys
on the
get
side
married
of
in
it.
3
less than a
weeks.
year.
In the last 6 months. Yes, I'm still paying off those bills. If you would have told somebody that someone was going to walk out from hitting themselves with a paddle in the face,
You hit
and
yourself in the face, Ben. Ben, you got you got
and it wasn't the one that's the most unathletic person in our building.
you got 3 weeks.
I know.
What? Oh my gosh! What did your fiance say?
Yeah, what did she say?
Oh, she probably was ready to kill you.
Yesterday it didn't look this bad. I woke up and I was like, "Damn!"
Did you put any cream on it or anything?
Cream.
Ointment, gel?
I literally just put as much Aquaphor as possible all over my face before bed.
So did she see you this morning?
Yeah, she goes.
Did she cry?
Did she cry?
She just looks at me with this face, and I know what that face is. It's like, she's just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like it's.
Are you kidding me?
Every single one of her family members before the bachelor party told me don't get hurt.
Bubble wrap. Ben, you have to. I'm dead serious.
We are 21 days to the date of when the wedding
that
is.
lip will barely be healed.
I got the semifinals of
no, you
my
don't.
men's league
no,
tomorrow.
You don't. You're doing this.
Yep.
Nope.
Correct.
You are academically
Correct.
ineligible. You're an ineligible kid. You're physically ineligible. Like you can't.
I'm on the pup list?
You are on the pup list. You are holding out. You're sitting in. Go cheer on them. But there's no way you cannot play basketball tomorrow
Because I have a fat lip.
You have a cut lip.
It's just a fat lip.
No. That's a red. It's not good.
Stop touching it. Stop touching it. That's bad.
Ben, you legitimately, you have pictures you're going to be taking that you're going to be looking at for the rest of your life.
Dude, the thing is, there was no excuses. He was just winding up to hit a ball and pick a ball. That's a non-contact sport, by the way.
It was going out, and I was getting ready to hit. I was like, oh, no, that's going out. And so I lifted the paddle up to let the ball go out, and I just doinked my lip right on, like, the hard part of the paddle, the outside part, and it hurt.
Yeah. How can you protect your lips? So do they have? You
He's just dumb.
You got to get the full mouthpiece. So you know how NFL they have.
Yeah, you got to wear a mouth guard.
Yeah, you got to wear a mouth guard.
Like
but then
everyday
Do I need
activities.
a helmet for the next 3 weeks?
I
Maybe.
would say so too. I would
might.
say so too.
You are a walking injury.
This is unbelievable.
Should I stay far away from this tow truck?
Yeah, you say, brother, the car's there. take it.
just handle it for
We
me.
just told you earlier this week about being careful. You said, I'll be fine.
Yeah, bubble wrap for the next 3 weeks.
I'll be fine.
No, you're not gonna be fine.
Like, can I get hurt? I'm planning to golf Thursday before the wedding.
you
Yes.
gotten hurt going golfing. You had to get stitches.
Yeah, you went to a hospital one time.
No, it happened at a golf.
That is
event,
true.
Okay.
I slit my wrist open.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, Ben, you just stay home.
Just him
Stay
looking
home.
at the scar on his wrist as he was talking about that. You're a walking concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll talk pocket pancakes coming up next. I see your text, Matt and Racine. I actually really do need to understand the philosophy of pocket food. So we'll talk about that coming up next. Jason Wilde going to join us at 10:30 this morning. We're going to talk all things Wisconsin sports, but I cannot get over the hype of Brewers! So bad.
When he hits the last part of the Brewers, his like voice from the air quality out there, I don't know. It's like it's a smoker's Brewers.
Yeah, if you're ready to cough, just let us know. You can take a segment off or whatever you need.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. With Wilde and Tausch, you won't miss a play.
So this is going to be, I think, a total win-win. Zach Tom gets the biggest signing bonus. He's going to average $22 million a year. He's locked up for 5 years now.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
But Green Bay showed yesterday why they are a self-sustaining operation and a world-class organization because they know what the hell they're doing.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way. State.
When you're at State Fair this year, be sure to check out the Bank 5-9 Amphitheater, State Fair's largest free entertainment venue, featuring acts like Here Come the Mummies, Hair Bangers Ball, and Pat McCurdy. Bank 5-9 is a proud sponsor of the fair and a proud supporter of the local Wisconsin communities they've served since 1859. So grab your bucket of lemonade or beer, something on a stick, and join Bank 5-9 between July 31st and August 10th. Member FDIC.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Siding Unlimited is your local family-owned and operated resource for remodeling your home. We specialize in replacing windows, siding, roofing, doors, and decks. I say specialize because that is who we send to your home. Our team is built around the experts in all fields. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit the 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Window Contractor of the Year winner at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Waukesha.
The deals are heating up at the Summer Savings Event all summer long at Cunis. Get the hottest savings of the year at nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis locations in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and the new Cunis Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. We have sizzling new vehicle specials on the most popular cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Or with one of our 10 pre-owned super specials, you'll be swimming in a pool of savings. Plus, keep your vehicle refreshed with our service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Brian Bohm, General Manager of Cunis of Oak Creek.
And I'm Bill Eater, General Manager of Cunis of Greenfield.
We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials.
And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases.
Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
Get outside and enjoy the Summer Savings Event at Cunis. Start your search online at CunisMilwaukee.com.
Hey, golf enthusiasts! Discover a hidden lakeside course in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin at Majestic Oaks. Tee off on a course with over 2 miles of lakefront where wide fairways and challenging greens await. It's an 18-hole golfing experience like no other. Join them for the best family golf nights in the state where everyone can enjoy the game together. Golf, cart, drinks, and snacks for under $15 a person and several membership options for you to find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. Ready to play? Book your tee time today at LakeLawnResort.com. Majestic Oaks Golf Course, where your best game awaits.
Now see your favorite 94.5 ESPN shows streaming on video. Subscribe to ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube and get notified when we hit the air live. Plus, you can watch back any second that you miss. Watch, listen, interact. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Right now.
Right this second. It's Sunday Karma. ESPN Wisconsin, Alex Strouf, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace hanging out with you this morning. Fat lip, Ben Brust. Busted up his lip again playing a non-contact sport in pickleball. He hit himself in the face with a pickleball paddle while playing me. I was batting his head.
No, you know that's not the case.
I know. I didn't play that poorly yesterday.
No, you didn't. But my favorite thing to do with you is when you're on the back line, just like softly hit it to watch your brick feet stay in concrete.
Yeah,
and
my
then
feet really are heavy.
You realize, oh my gosh, I have to start running. And by the time you realize you have to start running, the ball's bounced
already
twice.
bounced twice. Yeah. I won't argue with that. All right, so Kyle's got a chipmunk problem. We will get to that in his front yard. He thought he killed Alvin and the Chipmunks earlier this week on accident, and it turns out that's not the case. So.
Alvin's fighting back.
Alvin ain't dead, and let me tell you, Alvin is playing with me now. Alvin is playing with me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Alvin is playing games. Alvin is looking at me like, "Oh, you thought you had me, huh?"
This is starting to feel like a little Caddyshack.
No, Alvin, because at first I felt bad for thinking I killed Alvin, but now Alvin.
Yeah. Fill people in on how you tried to fill Alvin up.
So basically,
I wasn't planning on doing this right now, but Kyle, it's an amazing story. So
basically, so there was last Saturday I was getting ready to drop my baby fiance off, and I was we were getting ready to leave. She said, I said, what you for? She said, there's a chipmunk. There's a chipmunk just went in the hole, and I said, oh no, well baby, I'll take care of it when I get home. She said, okay.
Baby.
So I come home and I'm looking for the chipmunk, and I stomp by the hole to try to encourage it to come out because I don't know if it's in there. I'm trying to get it to come out. It doesn't come out. I'm like, well, maybe it's not in there, but just in case, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna squirt. So I squirt some water inside of there, and I spray water inside of the hole, thinking that
was it a mist or a full power?
It was the full power straight line because if it was in there, I wanted to get hit in the face a little bit, or you get hit with some water somewhere. We all had super soakers before. You can feel it.
Fight or flight, chipmunk.
Exactly. And so I was trying to spray it out. But I was spraying and spraying and spraying, and I chipmunk never came out. And so I was like, okay, maybe it wasn't in there. I'm not sure. Or maybe I killed it by drowning it. And I tried to see if chipmunks can swim, and they
can swim.
They can swim, but I don't know
it's
if
not your preferred method of travel.
But like anybody, when you swim, you need a little space. And so I didn't know if I killed the chipmunk, and so I put a brick over it. So not only did I put water in it, I also put a brick over it. So even if it tried to get out, it couldn't get out. And so I thought I killed a chipmunk, and I thought maybe a chipmunk would be decaying underneath my concrete. But lo and behold, I get a text message today, and it is a picture of the chipmunk standing and looking at the hole. Now, before I left the house today, my fiance told me, she said, can you check the hole? And I said, sure. I said, but is the chipmunk still there? I said, I don't know, but I want to check it. So I checked it, and I said, baby, the brick ain't because she moved the brick and she put it over again. I said, the brick's not fully over the hole. Well, she said, can you move it? So I did that, and I added another brick. So I, squared it off. So I'm like, there's no way this chipmunk gets in here. I get a photo today of the chipmunk coming back to the hole and looking at the hole and being like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And guess what? The chipmunk saw the two bricks, Strouf, and it burrowed its way underneath the two bricks. So it went back to the hole. I got a photo of the chipmunk literally looking at the bricks.
Slow down. So you're just being outsmarted by a chipmunk.
Yes.
What's happening? Okay.
So now it's war. It is all about to drop bombs over that chipmunk.
Relax.
Dirt bombs.
Relax.
So air his ass out.
Okay.
I'm going to show you the photo. I might put it on stream. I mean, the chipmunk is looking at the
It's mocking you.
Yes. Yes. I was excited because I thought, we stopped it from going in, but it is.
So here's the thing. Hold on. I want to break the fourth wall for a moment. People listen to you, Kyle, and they don't understand. Like, you get called dramatic a lot, right? You yell, you get excited, you're very passionate.
Dog,
people think you're messing around. This is 100% real.
I am very
what you're doing right now.
I am very upset about the chipmunk. All I'm thinking about is going buying dirt and packing that thing in.
You walked in today at about, I don't know, you were a little earlier today, 9:57 maybe, 3 minutes before the show started. You were early for your standards today.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and make up lies.
It's Sunday Karma, so it's a little different than our day-to-day shift, right? For KBN, we're meeting an hour before the show, or sometimes 90 minutes before the show. For Sunday Karma, if everybody's here 3 minutes before the show starts, that's good. And we both were today.
I don't think that's ever the case, though.
It's rarely the case that we all have 3 minutes to show prep on this one. But you were here at 9:57, and the first thing out of your mouth was, that damn chipmunk.
Yeah, it's playing games with me.
Shouldn't have tried to drown Alvin.
Yeah, I'm about to get drowned for real now. We ain't playing no games.
Whoa. I don't know if you should tell him.
Oh, you missed it. All out war. It's cool. Peter, y'all know what it is. It is what it is. I tried to do the good thing, the humane thing, and then the chipmunk played with me. When you play with my life, you play with my yard.
Peter, you know what it is. Amazing. Jason Wilde, 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, joins us coming up next, breaking down everything from Family Night. Yes, Ben.
Thank you for having me.
You're out of here.
The tow truck is on the way in 10 minutes. This is upset of the century.
Well, Ben Brush joining us on a Sunday enough to hang out with us for half an hour. Just 40 minutes
after we're supposed to be here.
Yeah,
but I will say thanks for letting me talk some Brewers. That was...
Yeah, you get it out, but we'll get back to it tomorrow at 2 o'clock on Kyle Bruston Ortman. Thanks, Benny. Jason Wilde coming up next. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic. Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water. Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular. The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman. Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist, the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's. We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family's business.
Ready to escape to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Hey, Jen Latta here, and as a client of the We Sell Group, I can tell you firsthand, Rob and Nick make the home buying and selling process easier. Right now, school's out, and that means it's the perfect time to list your home. The market is challenging and inventory is tight, but you don't have to face it alone. Rob and Nick are pros. They take the stress off your plate so you can focus on your family, your summer, and just breathe. Contact Rob and Nick to see what your home might be worth in this market. Connect today at wesell.kw.com. That's wesell.kw.com.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
Where do we go from here? Turn all the lights down now. Smiling from ear to ear. I'm feeling it. My breathing has got too loud. I'm feeling it. Show me the bedroom floor. I'm feeling it. Show me the bathroom mirror. I'm feeling it. We're taking this way too slow. I'm feeling it. Take me away from here. I'm feeling it. Fell short this time. Your smile fades in.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Sunday Karma with you, ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Strouf, Kyle Wallace with you this morning. We will hope to connect with our buddy Jason Wilde momentarily to talk all things green and gold following family night. It's officially football season. You know, I understand the excitement of, you know, and I'm one of these dorks, right? Like, Hall of Fame game on Thursday. I'm throwing a little money, throwing a little cheddar on the spread, and I'm watching Hall of Fame games. Football season's back. Football season's not really back yet, right? The Hall of Fame game's all backups and third stringers, but it's fun to watch live football despite how awful of a product it actually was on Thursday. But talking with Brian Bulaga, the Packers Super Bowl champion, former first-round pick earlier this week, he said, yeah, the way the rhythm worked in camp, especially as you became a veteran, which a lot of these guys are, right? We're in third, fourth years for a lot of the major contributors for this Packer team. And then obviously, you know, your superstars, which I really look at it as three of them. If you want to quantify or argue the qualification of Jordan Love as a superstar, that's fine one way or another. But I'm going to qualify him, Xavier McKinney, and Josh Jacobs as superstars. Those guys are veterans. They've been in the league 5, 6, 7, 8 years. But the rest of these contributors are mainly in their third or fourth year. But now they've done camp a few times. They understand what the expectation of the preseason is under head coach Matt LaFleur. And the way Brian Bulaga said he viewed it is once you hit family night, the get ready part of the preparation part of the offseason's over. Now you're into game planning, right? The Packers will play a football game 6 days from today. Their first preseason game coming up on Saturday. So now they're in the game planning mode. Right, they're getting ready to play the New York Jets. And then they'll play that game, and then it's preparing for the Indianapolis Colts for a week. And then they'll play that game, and then they're preparing for the Seahawks. They'll play that game, and then it's on to the Lions for the regular season. So we are in the true part of game planning and getting ready to play football games of the offseason, which is really exciting. Family night's kind of, as Brian Bulaga viewed it, from a player's perspective, family night is kind of the big celebration of, all right, we've made it. It's football season. You know, we've done the practices without the pads and the shorts, and you know, we're installing the game plan, but it's actually football season now, which is awesome. And what we saw last night was 59,000 people at Lambeau Field, which, by the way, I don't think we talk about the absurdity of that enough. The absurdity that the Packers will sell out just about Lambeau Field for a practice. 60,000 people showed up to watch Jordan Love, Sean Clifford, Malik Willis throw a football into a net. It's broadcasted statewide on local television for people to watch a practice. It's awesome. It's how you know football season's here on August 3rd. So I watched a little bit of it. There's no major takeaways. But what we do have, which you get every year, is your first training camp darling. Yeah. I mean, you've heard some of the names, right? Like Matthew Golden is awesome. And Lucas Van Ness has had a nice camp, apparently. So, but those are expected. You have a name you hadn't heard of before now as your training camp darling, if you've been paying any attention. If you haven't, I'll tell you about him. His name is Omar Brown. Omar Brown is a second-year safety. Went undrafted in 2024, spent last offseason with the Denver Broncos, and then has kind of just been floating around looking to make a spot. He signed last August with the Packers training squad, practice squad, and spent most of the season. He played in the Week 16 shutout of the New Orleans Saints with the Packers last year. Played 14 snaps, but just hasn't really caught his break. But this offseason, he's been really fun. 3 interceptions last night during the 11-on-11s, including, I think one of Jordan Love. So 3 interceptions for Omar Brown, 5 total in the offseason program. He is the guy to keep an eye on as we get into preseason games. He's a guy that maybe could be, number 53, be the training camp darling and make the roster, which is a fun part of this time of year.
Hopefully he can tackle running down the field on special teams.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. I mean, if he makes the roster, obviously that will be his role.
Yeah,
right?
Zane did the same thing.
Yeah, correct. So Omar Brown, this year's training camp darling after a 3-interception family night last night. for the second-year safety. And look, I mean, the defensive backfield is obviously a room that I think a lot of people, rightfully so, have questions on, right? Who's going to step up? Is Carrington Valentine going to be that guy? Is Nate Hobbs going to be that guy? Can Xavier McKinney do what he did a year ago again? So to see a guy, kind of have a darling moment last night, a family night with 3 interceptions, pretty neat. And that's a fun time, or fun part about this time of year. All right, joining us now, a little bit delayed, partially our fault, partially his fault. Jason Wilde joins us now. What's up, Jason? Good morning.
What?
What
a welcome. Great to be with you, Strouf.
I know, Strouf, something wrong with Strouf.
What'd I do?
I said, hey, I told him what happened, and that's what your introduction.
Well, I don't know. I was talking when you said something to me. He couldn't hear us, is what happened?
Yeah.
No, so look, I don't want to waste too much time on this, but I've been walking around waiting for your call because clearly you've gone to the Wilde and Tausch School of Clock Management.
Yep.
And Kyle said 10:35, so I've had my phone in my pocket. I'm walking around, got my headphones in, petting my dog, Stelly. And it never rang, and then I see a text from Kyle saying that he called 3 times and there was no answer.
Yeah.
Well, I was right here, bro. What the heck? So, I don't know, technology, bro, but I love what you said about, I don't know about darling moment. I prefer magical. But what a great night for Omar Brown.
It's family night, so I think it's more of a, it's a moment in the sun for him, which is cool. You get this, I was saying before you jumped on with us, you get one of these or 2 of these every year where it's a guy that just plays outrageously well for the duration of camp and hopefully fights his way to, what do you mean to a roster spot? I feel like every year you get a training camp quote-unquote darling. You're saying that doesn't happen every year?
No, it does not happen every year. That's for sure. And there's certainly not the kind of moment like last night. I mean, and I know you're an avid reader. I'm sure you've signed up for the newsletter.
I am signed up for the newsletter.
.com.
Yeah.
There's basically what happened last night is something that I think I've seen really happen 3 other times. I mean, it was by the time he picked the 3rd one, which was an unbelievable play. Like, he went up over Julian Hicks. I mean, Malik Willis had overthrown the ball slightly, but it was a big boy play. Like, they have, I was talking to Xavier McKinney last night for quite a while, and, they've got a lot of really good safeties. I mean, I think you and I talked about this back at Summerfest, that I thought safety was by far their deepest position. I mean, they had 5 different guys start a game last year. They invested in Javon Bullard. They invested in Evan Williams. Both those guys had good rookie seasons. Evan Williams had a really good rookie season. They like Catano Ladapo. They like Zane Anderson. And now here comes Omar Brown. But, basically I've seen the kind of magic we saw last night. I've seen 3 other times. In 2001, a substitute teacher from South Dakota named Kevin Casefaharn intercepted Brett Favre on family night. And while he didn't make the Packers roster, he ended up with the Cincinnati Bengals. He ended up having a 9-year NFL career. I mean, that was magic. In 2007, there was a guy that had been on the practice squad for the last five weeks of the regular season in 2006, a dude who'd spent the entire 2006 season every Tuesday going to a new team for a tryout, basically. He has an interception in that game against Aaron Rodgers, who was a backup at the time, but a future Pro Football Hall of Famer, as it turned out. And I'll never forget Tim Van Voren of Fox 6 interviewing him in the Green Mile locker room, as we used to call the auxiliary locker room, because it was like the movie The Green Mile, where you're just waiting to be cut or in the Green Mile executed. And he ends up parlaying that night into not only a roster spot, but becoming one of the top 5 corners in the league for a time and being crucial to the Super Bowl championship. That, of course, was Tramon Williams. And then in 2010, there was another undrafted dude who came in at corner, ends up being a key part as a rookie of that 2010 team that wins the Super Bowl. he has a 98-yard interception return for a touchdown, weaving his way through would-be tacklers after Matt Flynn throws him the ball. And that was Sam Shields. Those three guys all carved out lengthy NFL careers, and Family Night was the launching moment for them. Now, obviously, Omar Brown has to take what he did last night and parlay that. And that was one of the things that Xavier McKinney was telling him on the sideline. Like, this is great. This is awesome, man. What a great moment. What do you got to do with it? How you got to build on it? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to work on a story because, I really enjoy talking to X. He won our Tom Mulhern Award last year along with Josh Jacobs. But he missed the fireworks to talk to all of us. And he is such a proud older brother in that safety group. And as I said to him, man, you're barely old enough to be the older brother. Like Zane Anderson's actually older than him. Evan Williams is only a year younger than him. But, he really takes that responsibility seriously, and he was easily the proudest guy yesterday of Omar. I mean, he goes by the group interview that's going on around Omar's locker and chants MVP, talks about not only the good that Omar did, but, again, the importance of building on that, because otherwise it's just a cool, magical moment, and then that's it. But as of now, heading into practice number 10 on Tuesday, Omar Brown has 5 interceptions.
Wow.
Carrington Valentine, your guy, had his 4th last night. So those two guys are leading the team in picks, and those guys have both had really strong camps, and I'm eager to see what they do next. And we got a preseason game coming up in 6 days against the Jets at Lambeau, and it'll be another opportunity for those guys to show what they're capable of.
So my apologies. I actually didn't give Omar Brown enough credit is what happened here. He's had that good of a camp and obviously that big of a moment at Family Night that you're comparing him to those other guys who were true training camp darlings and ended up sticking on. So that's seriously, Jason, that's bad on me. I didn't give Omar Brown enough credit for what he did last night.
And look, we didn't know at the time, like, at the time, in that moment, they were Omar Brown too.
Right.
Yeah. We just don't know. We know what, as Tausch loves to talk about the Natasha Bedingfield song, yes. The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten for Omar Brown. Those other guys, like the Case Vaharn story is unbelievable. Like, he was like a substitute teacher in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Like there's another guy. It wasn't a training camp darling, but there was a guy named Todd Franz during that 2001 season where they had a bunch of injuries in the secondary, and they signed him and Bryant Westbrook, who was like a top 5 or top 10 pick by the Lions, who was also on the street at that point years later. And in 2001, they signed both those guys before they played the reigning Super Bowl champion New England Patriots in New England. And Todd Franz was hanging drywall for his father-in-law. Like there are those moments, where guys, catch that lightning in a bottle and have those kind of Cinderella stories. And again, that's great. Last night was a night for Omar Brown to be celebrated, and his mom, his grandma, and his uncle. He's from Minneapolis.
Yeah,
he played in Nebraska. But that was his family that was there for Family Night.
Awesome.
And his big thing was he was going to go celebrate by going and getting something to eat with them. Like, he knows he's got more work to do to be able to say what Kevin Case Vaharn and Tremont Williams and Sam Shields are able to say, that Family Night was just the beginning.
I love it. Jason Wilde with us here on Sunday Karma. We'll continue to discuss takeaways from Family Night as we approach the first preseason game of the preseason coming up Saturday as the Packers take on the New York Jets. But over at channel3000.com, quote, every so often in this job, you get to see something magical happen, and then you get to write about it. That's over at channel3000.com. Jason Wilde's story on Omar Brown, the MVP of Family Night. More Family Night and preseason discussion coming up next with our buddy Jason Wilde. That's ahead. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Insight from the best without ever giving it a rest.
The Brewers have a better chance to win the World Series this year than at any time I can remember if Woody and Miz continue to pitch at an elite level.
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
That gives them 3 elite pitchers, and you can beat anybody with 3 elite pitchers.
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Home buyers are raving about their experiences with the Citizens Bank mortgage team.
Aaron helped me get pre-approved really fast, like before the open house even started.
I called Devin so many times with questions, and he always answered.
It's more than a mortgage. It's your future. And at Citizens Bank, we make it personal. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/mortgage. Citizens Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. NMLS 746419.
Hey teachers, we know you work hard to inspire future generations, so IKEA wants to say thank you and share some inspiration with you. From August 1st through the 17th, your local IKEA stores are offering all teachers and educators an exclusive 15% off your entire purchase during IKEA's Teacher Appreciation Days. Whether you're revamping your classroom, organizing your office, or rewarding yourself with a cozy new space to unwind at home, IKEA has got your back. So, stop by your local Oak Creek IKEA, fill up that cart, and then show your staff ID at the register to enjoy our special thanks and 15% off.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Faith and Bigora, lads and lassies. Irish Fest is almost here. One of the great Milwaukee summer festivals. And we'd like to send you there. Compliments of Discount Liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Purchase any 1 18-pack of Miller Lite, Draft, or 64, or Coors Light, and receive 1 free ticket to Irish Fest. But don't delay. Tickets go quickly, and I know you don't want to miss all the great Irish food and beverages. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha. Discount Liquor, voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. See us this week for your free Irish Fest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Strouf Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Strouf offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrouf.com. Dick & Strouf Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrouf.com.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and The Pickler is coming to Menominee Falls with 9 indoor pickleball courts and unlimited play. Leagues, tournaments, clinics, all included in your membership. The club opens August 16th, but founder memberships are on sale right now at a discounted rate with 3 months free compared to the regular price. Head over to thepickler.com, click on the Menominee Falls page, and lock in your spot today. The Pickler, P-I-C-K-L-R, your home for pickleball.
With words, but I'm worse. But started out a joke of a romantic stuck to my tongue. Way down with words too.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Edgy edition of Sunday Karma. Alex Strouf, Kyle Wallace with you this morning on ESPN Wisconsin. Our buddy Jason Wilde, 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, hanging out with us for a few more minutes. So Omar Brown, the big story of family night, Jason. What else stuck out to you from last night other than maybe Sean Clifford and Jordan Love's accuracy when throwing footballs into a net, which was very entertaining to watch on the television broadcast?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Jordan threw the ball well. The results weren't there, obviously, right? They ended up with 0 touchdowns for the offense. including in the 2-minute drill. I think they finally got their only offensive touchdown in 11-on-11 with like Taylor Elgersma under center at the end there during the tackling portion. So, that's obviously the results weren't great. But the other thing I wrote for Channel 3000 was about how Jordan Love has gotten back what I view as one of his superpowers, and that's his ability to deftly move inside the pocket and create space to throw. He's never going to be, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but one of the things he does really well, and it's something that I know he worked on while his predecessor was still here, and that's his ability to just manipulate the pocket to create a space to make a throw. And I've seen him do it a bunch in camp. Now, again, as Lucas Van Ness was quick to point out, in a lot of instances, and by the way, Lucas Van Ness, the other thing that stood out was he kind of ate Jordan Morgan's lunch last night, as Tausch likes to say.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that wasn't. It was a good night. It was a good night for Rasheed Walker, and Rasheed Walker didn't even play. But I really do think that that's an important part of Jordan's game, and he admitted that it was affected last year, obviously, by the injuries. Now, again, it's his job as a professional football quarterback to figure out ways to still be good and productive even when you're playing hurt. But I do think that it adds a layer to his game that was, limited for most of last season. So, I think we saw him do it a couple times last night. He had the one where he ran for 18 yards. But it just looked to me like he was more accurate last night. And again, that's just that was my feel walking downstairs on my way to the locker room. But again, it's still a practice. And yes, there were 59,000 people there and all the fun activities that come with family night. But the reality remains the fact that this is just like all the other practices, except instead of being on Ray Nitschke Field, it was on Lambeau Field.
Jason, before we let you go, Sterling Sharp inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame over the weekend. Did you cross over with him at all, or did you miss each other? Because his career ended in 1994.
Yeah, no, he and I did not cross paths. So, and not that it really mattered. I talked to him just as much by not covering him as I would have by covering him, since he didn't talk to the local media. He was a great player. I do not want to take away from his accomplishment. I am not saying he didn't deserve to get in, even though his career was cut short and he only played 7 seasons. But I think my buddy Wes Hodquist from Packers.com said it best. At the very least, Mike Holmgren should have gone in too. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he fell about, I believe, 2 votes shy, he got the majority, which is all you're supposed to need to get in. But they changed the rule last year for coaches that they had to get 80% of the votes. And he came up 2 votes shy of that. Wow. So under previous rules, he would have gotten in, but under the changed rule, he didn't. And I've got a lot of good friends who are on that committee. It's like 50 voters. They meet every year at the Super Bowl to make their choices. I think that was a terrible oversight. And I think Mike Holmgren, who's 77 years old now, got hosed. And so I would have liked to, if you would have said only one of those 2 people could go in, I would have said Mike Holmgren deserved it more.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
But the bottom line is that it ended up not being the case.
Well, we did the campaign for Leroy Butler for years. Sterling Sharp has had his campaign for years. It seems like it's naturally Mike Holmgren's turn. Jason, I imagine Packers fans will rally around him over the course of the next year, and he'll get in.
Yeah, the problem is that in the coaching category, only one person gets in every year, if any. And obviously this year they didn't. And Bill Belichick, unless he leaves North Carolina after the season and gets an NFL job before the Hall of Fame voting, I think he'll be the one who gets picked.
Yeah, probably. I would say he probably has a pretty good Hall of Fame case if I was
Yeah, maybe he'll get snubbed in favor of someone else from the seniors committee. I don't know.
Right. All right, Jason. Good stuff as always. We'll be talking to you all week as we lead up to the Packers' first preseason game against the Jets on Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
The great Jason Wilde. You can hear him weekdays from 9 to noon with the Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher on Wilde and Tausch here on ESPN Wisconsin. All right, another hour to go. I want to talk a little bit more Brewers. Brewers. And that, the sound of radios turning off all across the state of Wisconsin. More Sunday Karma coming up next.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouthwatering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
Windows, windows, windows. You hear all about everyone's windows and how theirs are the greatest. I'll tell you, our windows are the best as well. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, and I'm right there with you. We've taken the most trusted brand in windows, Pella, and paired them with such an outstanding business that we will deliver results to you at your home. Siding Unlimited has won Pella's prestigious 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Contractor of the Year award. Siding Unlimited is the company to install your new windows.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Spade in the air, back a couple, yeah, we play here.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Right now. Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Strouf, Kyle Wallace hanging out with you for another hour this morning. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Hope you've had a great weekend. Packers family night in the books. And I was alluding to this before Jason joined us, but this is viewed as now, okay, it's go time. Right now you're into the routine of it's game plan time now. Packers play a game in 6 days. Packers football, 6 days. Oh, I mean, dude, don't get me wrong. What the Brewers have done this season has been nothing short of magical, to use that word again. They've been so fun to watch. Every game you watch them, you see something new. And
it's a true underdog story, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Feels like that.
22 games over 500. They're 66-44 through the first 110. And, I truly believe, at least in my career, which, granted isn't super long, right? I've worked in sports media about 11 years, but I've worked for Good Karma Brands now, coming up on 5. And I can't remember being this excited this early about a Brewers team. Even a couple of years ago, we were like, oh, yeah, that's a really good team. Even last year, right? Like, that's a good team. They could make some noise come October. This team is different, where they are as good as anybody. They're the best team in baseball. I mean, they're as good as any team in the major leagues. And it truly feels like they can make some noise in October. Like, I truly believe this is a team that can win the World Series, and I've felt that way for a few weeks. So it's been a joy to watch the Brewers But
you felt that way for a few weeks, but has anything? Because for me, I felt like they had a chance.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing of late, again, I'm seeing this team just beating everybody. Right?
Yeah. But the point I'm making, Kyle, is as good as this has been, as fun as this has been, and will continue to be for the next couple months, damn, am I glad Packers football is back. We actually get to watch a game on Saturday. And, despite the excitement around the Brewers, and I don't want to take away from what they're doing because we get to continue to watch this. We just also get to watch Packers football now. We get actual games come Saturday. And as much as this is a baseball city and a baseball state, and we have so many big baseball fans, including myself and you, Kyle, this is a Packers state. And so to have the excitement of football and real game action to talk about, and knowing that we are only 5 weeks away from Packers-Lions opening the season at Lambeau Field, damn, am I ready. And hearing all the storylines and watching Family Night, which I love that they broadcast that on television, because there's not a whole lot going on. I mean, we're watching Jordan Love throw a football into a net. But, it kind of gives me goosebumps because it's just that excitement is unmatched. And the Packers fan base is so special. 60,000 people at Lambeau Field last night. Boy, am I excited. Most wonderful time of the year.
I'm just ready for preseason football, and I feel like last season, the reason why Green Bay Packers fans probably feel this sense of they can't wait for the football season to come back is I feel a little sense that I was cheated. I feel like I was cheated because Jordan Love was not healthy last year, right? And I felt like the Green Bay Packers did the best that they could, but then you go 0-6 against basically the top 3 teams in the NFC last year, so that was disappointing. You go 1-5 in the division, that was disappointing as well. And so you just feel like last year was just a lot of disjointed. You had Romeo Doubs drama, you had the guys dropping passes, you had Jaden Reed disappearance. So it just felt like last year was so disjointed, and you have those storylines and the obstacles that you have to overcome. But last season just felt incomplete because my quarterback was not healthy. And granted, everybody's not going to always have a healthiest quarterback every single season, but Jordan Love could never get it right. From the very first moment in that game where he got hurt, Jordan Love was never fully healthy the rest of the season. And so I feel like for us to be able to see what this Packers team true potential is and to see how great Jordan Love can be, Jason Wilde alluded to us in the last segment talking about the fact that Jordan could not move. He admitted he couldn't really move very well last year, so he couldn't elude pressure in the pocket. So being able to see a healthy Jordan Love allows for us to see what the full potential of this football team is going to be. So I was cheated. So that's why I'm so excited to see what this young and developing roster is going to be.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's not an underdog story anymore, though. Right?
It's time to show up.
Yeah, correct.
I think they're still the youngest team in the NFL going into the season right now during training camp.
They most likely will be. It's based on their projected 53. They will be the youngest team in the league by about 5 months.
But the thing is, that might be age-wise, but experience-wise, you got guys in this locker room that have more playoff experience than a lot of other teams.
To use a Kyle Wallace-ism.
Oh, I didn't know I had isms.
Bumps the youth movement.
Okay, I do have isms.
Yeah, you do. Bumps the youth movement. Right? And what I mean by that is this team's identity the last 2 years has been, well, they're the youngest team of football. They've got some really good young football players, and they could maybe make some noise if things click at the right time. We saw that 2 years ago, right? They go on the road in the wild card round of the playoffs to Dallas, who's the 2 seed, and the former head coach Mike McCarthy at the time. And they show up and smoke the Cowboys in the wild card round. And then the very next week, they're making noise against who ended up being the eventual NFC champions in the San Francisco 49ers. But you saw glimpses of greatness 2 years ago, when they were, once again, the youngest team in football. And that was a year where expectations were all over the place. That year was more about figuring out whether or not Jordan Love is the guy than it was to make noise and make the playoffs and win a playoff game. And that's ultimately what they ended up doing. But there was no expectations. Last year it was, okay, clearly they can be a good football team, but how good are they? And last year was inconsistent, but they still won 11 games, and they were still a playoff team, despite not getting as far as they did the year prior. This year 3 under Jordan Love as the starting quarterback, year 6 of his career, but year 3 is him as the starter. All of a sudden, the goalpost has moved quite dramatically, might I add. This year is about, are they as good as the cream of the crop in the NFC? Are they as good as the Lions? Are they as good as the Eagles? Are they as good as what we imagine the Commanders will be? That's what this year is about for the Green Bay Packers.
But what makes you think they're not? Like I'm so serious.
I agree with no, Kyle. I think they are.
No, I'm glad we're in the same boat, and I want us to keep this positivity and this optimism now that preseason is here, and hopefully we see some. We should see our first team offense give us at least 3 series throughout the entire preseason.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they'll handle that. We'll get back to that in a second, but I just want to make it very clear, Kyle. My expectations are this team should be as good as anybody, not in the NFC, in the NFL. They should be as good as anybody. And they have the schedule that if they're winning games, right, especially right off the rip, and it seems like I bring this up every week, but it's just something I'm hooked on about the Packers. They start the season Sunday at noon, or 3:25, I don't remember what time the kickoff is, but week 1, September 7th, Detroit Lions. At Lambeau Field. You open the season with the team that had the best record in the NFC and obviously has won their division each of the last 2 years. And then it's a short week to play the team that did the Green Bay Packers better than the Green Bay Packers last year. The Washington Commanders, a young quarterback, a team nobody really expected. They get all the way to the NFC Championship game. You play them on Thursday night, week 2. So you open your season with 2 of the best teams in your conference on a short week, both games at home. If the Packers start the season 2-0, which I think they certainly can, I think all of a sudden you're going, oh, they've arrived. So what I mean by bumps the youth movement, screw the youth movement, that can no longer be the identity of this team. It can no longer be an excuse. The youth movement is dead to me. Despite the fact that they will likely be the youngest team in the NFL again, that's no longer your identity. That's no longer an excuse. The youth movement is dead to me. It's more about versatility and proving you belong with the cream of the crop of the NFL this year.
Yeah.
That's the Packers' identity in 2025.
It should be that, and I think that's been the approach this entire offseason when you talk about sense of urgency and you talk about what Goody was looking for in these guys, right? And even the feistiness that we saw in practice and some of the unity behind, like, that's good. That's good because that's veteran players who are getting a little upset in practice as they typically do. When you're young, you're trying to tiptoe around things. When you're a veteran, you're like, you know what? Hey, we're gonna scrap a little bit in practice. And so for me overall, again, I think that you're right. This is a young football team, right? In age, not in experience. So I'm not going to allow the excuse of they're young. No, even for Jordan Morgan, I know you're only going to be a second-year football player. If you're going to play big boy football, you got to get it right? Because Lucas Van Ness is only a year ahead of him. And Lucas Van Ness is saying, look, listen, I got to prove something. We need everybody to elevate their game right now in order to live up to what they should be. And for me, I don't think they can be the best team in football. I hope they can win the Super Bowl. I don't think they're the cream of the crop yet. But I do believe when you're talking about at the end of the season, who are the 5 football teams in the NFL that can compete for a championship?
I hope the Packers are on that list.
I believe the Green Bay Packers are on that list. I don't know they'll be ahead of Baltimore. I don't know if they'll be ahead of the Chiefs. I believe they'll be ahead of the Lions. I don't know if they'll be ahead of the Eagles, but they'll have their shot at the Eagles and the Ravens as well. We'll see. The Bills are also another great football team, but it all falls on the shoulder of Jordan Love as well.
Yeah, the schedule will provide a lot of check marks, right? Okay, where are you? How good are you? Are you as good as Detroit? Are you as good as Washington? Are you as good as Baltimore? Are you as good as Philadelphia? You'll have the opportunity to find that out throughout the season this year, which is it's a really fun schedule. It's a difficult schedule, but I don't care about the difficulty of the schedule.
They should embrace this. This is what they should want because last year...
This is a team that should be playing in January.
No, but this is a team that also should embrace a tougher schedule simply because last season they went 0-6 against the top competition who they faced last year.
Yeah, the 3 best records in the NFC and the Vikings, Lions, and Eagles.
And
correct.
so they should be hungry to be able to say, we want to be able to play against the best because we knew last year, and as Packers fans, you knew last year, they weren't fraudulent. They were a good team, but they weren't elite. Right? And so in order to be elite, now they know in their heads, we lost to 3 of the best football teams in the NFC last year. Now we have another chance this year to compete against teams in the AFC and the NFC that are really good teams, that really have a really good offense in the Bengals. And if we beat these teams, now going to the playoffs, we don't have this false sense of confidence. No, my confidence comes from my resume. Look at our track record. Last year, the confidence simply came from winning football games. This year, that confidence can come from beating really good football teams. And so that's why I'm excited that the Green Bay Packers have a tough schedule because now it's that prove it year. You beat these teams, that means you're proving it to yourselves, most importantly, that you can really compete for a championship.
Boy, am I ready for football season.
I'm happy it's here. I am excited that it's here.
I can see a genuine smile on your face right now, which is awesome.
I'm trying to find juice for training camp because there's no real storylines. It's different this year, right? It's so different because Jordan Love is healthy.
Yeah.
Most of these guys have been kumbaya. The wide receivers are just out there trying to figure things out. Nobody's talking about how I need more, a pass. I need more.
Real quick, though, I will say something that's been fun about training camp this year is it feels like this team has a little bit more of an edge than it has in past years.
They absolutely have more of an edge.
Yep, and that's stuck out, right? The I don't want to say animosity, that's not the right word, but the edginess, the scrappiness, the running laps, Matt LaFleur getting ticked off and yelling at his players, like that's signs of a team that's been there before. It's signs of a team that is no longer viewed as, okay, well, they're a fun story. They're not that anymore, even if they're the youngest team in the league. That's not the point anymore. The point now is, how good are you? Can you compete for a Super Bowl? And I think we're seeing some of that edginess as camp rolls on. So first preseason game coming up Saturday. We'll continue to talk Packers. We'll continue to talk Brewers. It's Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. But first, got to tell you about my friends over at Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. They've got gins. They've got whiskeys. They've got rums. They've got brandies for your old fashions, all the in-betweens, and it's available statewide. If you're going to Door County, though, you got to stop in. It's connected to Door Peninsula Winery in Carlsville, just north of Sturgeon Bay. Do the tours, do the tastings, check out the exclusive product available only at Door County Distillery. But if you're not, man, let's elevate that family reunion. Let's elevate, whatever you got going on, birthday parties, tailgates, whatever you've got going on this summer. Door County Distillery needs to be a part of it with all of their fantastic product. Check out their website, doorcountydistillery.com. Find the retailer nearest you. They have a great search tool. If you're looking for, say, their single malt whiskey, which has won 27 national gold medals, click that, type in your zip code, boom, finds the retailer nearest you, as well as a huge list of unique cocktail recipes over at their website, doorcountydistillery.com. Sunday Karma continues right after this, right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 5th.
Turio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Atlanta Braves.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in August 5th at 6:15 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Escape to Lake Lawn Resort in Delavan, Wisconsin, where everything is better at the lake. Dive into endless outdoor activities, including boating, fishing, and paddleboarding on the serene Delavan Lake. Tee off at the lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind in the award-winning Calidora Spa. Enjoy gourmet meals at 1878 on the lake, casual bites at the Lookout Bar and Eatery, and sweet treats at the Isle of Capri Cafe. Explore Delavan Lake's stunning shores and historic landmarks from the comfort of their 76-foot cruise boat, the Lake Lawn Queen. Book your stay today at LakeLawnResort.com.
It's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. This summer, I'm getting relief from the hot sun whenever I need it with my motorized retractable awning from Comfort Awnings. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors all summer long. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive $200 off all awnings and screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
At Citizens Bank, we believe banking is more than transactions. It's about being recognized and remembered. It's feeling like you're understood and supported along the way. It's the small stuff that says, we know you. Because when your bank gets you, banking just feels better. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Learn more at citizensbankwi.bank/belong. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
Faith and Bigora, lads and lassies. Irish Fest is almost here. One of the great Milwaukee summer festivals. And we'd like to send you there compliments of Discount Liquor. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Purchase any 1 18-pack of Miller Lite, Draft, or 64, or Coors Light, and receive 1 free ticket to Irish Fest. But don't delay. Tickets go quickly, and I know you don't want to miss all the great Irish food and beverages. Visit us today at 51st in Oklahoma and Milwaukee, and on Barstow and Maine in downtown Waukesha. Discount Liquor, voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. See us this week for your free Irish Fest ticket.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Kyle Brust-Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal & Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal & Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal & Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal & Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Kyle Brust-Nortman, KBN.
Were they good enough in that game against Philadelphia? Yes. But the narrative that the defense this past season, this is blasphemy.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Yeah, Sunday Karma. ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Strouf, Kyle Wallace hanging out with you this morning. Hope you've had a great weekend. Appreciate you hanging out with us, choosing us on your Sunday morning. And look, Kyle and I are gushing over here because we do this. I mean, of everybody on ESPN Wisconsin, Kyle and I are likely, and maybe Gabe Neitzel we could throw in there, are the biggest fans.
Absolutely. I didn't catch any balls for professionals or the Division I college team. So yeah, it's different.
Yeah, I'm with you. And so this time of the year is obviously special because we're starting to gear up. We're starting to hear things. We're starting to read things, and obviously that's great. You know, it's a great time of the year to have people like Jason Wilde on our team because he's there every day. He's in the building. He's talking to the guys. He's seeing the practices, and he's able to inform us on what's going on at training camp. Which it's this time of the year. It's hard to temper the excitement, but you shouldn't temper the excitement. I mean, when you look, if you're a Wisconsin sports fan like Kyle and I are. You're looking at what the Brewers are doing, and you're going, holy crap, they're good. They're the best team in baseball through 110 games. They're that good. They can compete with anybody. They're beating the Dodgers. They're beating the Cubs. What they've done this weekend against the Nationals is just nothing short of absurd in a good way. When you look at the Packers, the team that's been in the playoffs the last 2 years, they've got their quarterback of the future. They've got him locked up to a contract. They've got all these young guys who are starting to put it together and starting to figure it out in the NFL. And so that's why I say things like, hey, the youth movement, the youngest team in the league thing, while it may be a fact still, it no longer matters. It's no longer their identity. They need to be better than that because they can be as good as anybody in the league. Now, obviously, some things need to fall in the right way. Matthew Golden probably needs to actually be a first-round stud, which they haven't had in several years, a first-round pick that contributes right away. I am so fascinated by what this team can be. And so to hear, in front of 60,000 people, this is happening and that's happening as we gear up for the regular season. It's just exciting. It's a good time to be a Wisconsin sports fan. So Packers training camp rolls on. I believe tomorrow will be practice number 10 after family night last night. And the Packers getting ready to play host to the New York Jets on Saturday for preseason game number 1. Now, Kyle, you said something before that I want to get back to. And that was you would like to see the starters quite a bit in the preseason. You said 3 series.
I probably want to see 2 or 3 series at some point. Maybe not the first game, but for sure the second game that they have. I do want to see some series with guys out there.
I'll tell you this. So last year we didn't see much of the starters. It was game 1.
Much of the starters.
It was game 1.
Jordan Love didn't touch the field.
Yes, he did.
What happened? 3? Oh, was it 3 and out?
2 plays.
2 plays?
No, it was better than a 3 and out. It was preseason game number 1. I forget exactly what happened, but I remember I think it was incomplete pass, and then it was a quick pass to Josh Jacobs, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And he went like 80 yards for a touchdown, and that was it.
And that was it. They just had 2 plays.
And they didn't play again.
Yeah. No.
So I would imagine we will see Jordan Love in preseason game number 1 against the Jets on Saturday, which I will be watching as I attend a wedding.
Oh, I have a wedding too.
On Saturday?
Will you be here Sunday?
I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I decide I'm going to come.
You're going to come in? Okay, then I probably will too. Although I believe next week brings the return of Craig Karmazin to this program.
Oh, really? Wow.
At least that's what he told me on Friday.
Oh, wow.
He said,
temporarily.
I just got to get through this weekend, and then it's Sunday Karma every week. And I said, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I believe you.
Building an empire.
So anyway, I'll be watching that game. I think Jordan Love will play a series or 2, and that will probably be it. I don't expect to see a lot of the starters. As much as I'd like to see some of the starters this season, this preseason, I just don't even want to risk it. Because, again, I truly believe I have the expectations that this team can be as good as anybody in the National Football League. This is a team that can compete with the Detroit Lions for an NFC North title. So that's where my head's at. And do I need to see Jordan Love in the preseason to prove that? No. Do I really want a $55 million man, playing meaningless football games? I don't know if I need to see it. I've seen what I need to see out of Jordan Love. Continue to be a good leader. Continue to develop as a vocal leader. But do I need preseason snaps? I don't think so.
It's not just about Jordan Love. It's about this team. And I believe.
I think the guys that need the reps will get the reps, right? Like, I think we'll see quite a bit of Matthew Golden.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I still want to see these guys out there. I want to see them put together something, right? I want them not going into the Detroit Lions not having real competition and game competition. I know they'll have the training camp practice where they'll have an opportunity to go up against a real team in training camp. But I still want them to get a couple series game, like competing against somebody else in a non-controlled environment. I just want them to get the cobwebs out because, like you said before, you're coming out the gate hot. You're coming out of the gate against 2 teams that made the playoffs last year, 2 teams that, one team ended up going to the NFC Championship that you're playing within the first 2 weeks, and another team only lost 2 games during the regular season. I mean, you got to make sure that this team's ready to go because those other 2 teams, especially the Detroit Lions, if you're not ready to go right away, they're going to hit you in your mouth, right? And so the Green Bay Packers need to be ready and prepared. And I'm not saying they need to be out there forever. I'm just talking about 3 series over a span of 3 games. I think that's not asking for much, just to make sure that these boys are ready to go and they're not getting the cobwebs out against the Detroit Lions because that ain't the time. It ain't the time.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. 7 points only for the Detroit Lions in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put much into the preseason.
The Detroit Lions losing their coordinators will be detrimental to their season. Here's why.
Before you go into it,
okay.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think there's concern for the Detroit Lions because they didn't have their studs in, but I do find it interesting that you have a new offensive coordinator. And all of a sudden, the first game, the backup quarterbacks aren't able to move the football. Like you saw when you're a really good coach, John Harbaugh is a really good coach. Jim Harbaugh is a really good coach as well. But Jim was able to come in here to the Chargers, take Trey Lance, who has bounced around now with multiple teams, and made him look good. Like that team looked good. And so that's exactly what good coaches do, especially when you're an offensive-minded coach, is you're able to make your first string, second string, and third string guys all be really good and competitive. That's exactly what we saw out of Malik Willis for what Matt LaFleur was able to do. So, again, they're already a veteran-laden football team. What they have is backups don't matter unless somebody goes down. But maybe, just maybe, the offense won't be as big of a juggernaut because the guy calling the plays won't have the it factor like Ben Johnson had. So that might be something that we see. Not sure.
That's well said. Boy, 5 Sundays away only, Kyle. 5 weeks. Summer's over.
You don't say that. Make the most of August. Make the most of August, and with global warming, September's still warm as well. We're in the 70s.
Global warming.
That's the truth. It is what it is. We've adjusted our seasons. Septembers have been beautiful here in Wisconsin, so enjoy the summer. I don't like when people say the summer's over.
It's not over. It's still the best time of the year. It's beautiful out.
My boy hit me up because it was 70. It was warm. It was hazy because of the wildfires going on. He's like,
"Oh man, how are your lungs hanging in there?"
Today, not bad. Friday, I was struggling.
I'm still struggling.
Friday, I was struggling after being at the Wisconsin State Fair. I'll be back, but my lungs feel a lot better. They feel a lot better now. But the summer is not over. Embrace the fact that August is still popping. August still has warm weather. We're going to touch the 80s this week. Go out and have fun. Strouf, I'm going to get you on a boat at some point.
You forgot to text me yesterday.
Dude, I was overwhelmed. Let me tell you something. Babysitting grown adults is not easy.
Oh, so you were the sober guy in a group of drunk people, I assume?
Yes, and it's not easy. And I forgot it's just your mind is all over the place because you're trying to make sure everybody else having a good time. And I was like, dang, I forgot to hit up Strouf.
It's all right. It's all right. What time did you get out there? I was free around 1.
We pulled out of dock at 12:40. 12:45.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't even free yet.
And then we were on the water. Well, I mean, we made stops on the water. And we docked it probably around 8 o'clock.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's a good run.
We were out there, man.
Good for you.
We were out there.
Love it, brother. All right, man. We will continue to talk Brewers, Packers.
Can I ask a question?
All the hype. Yes, but we need to get to a break. Go ahead.
We need to get to a break. What are you talking about here? I need to do a live for Gruber, so I'm going to do that as well. But
you could have told me that part.
The Badgers. Nobody.
What are we doing here?
I'm just saying.
Don't bring the mood down on Sunday.
It's so sad. Nobody's talking about the Badgers, but you know what?
Yeah, they're going to stink.
No, we don't. To be seen, but we believe they are.
To be seen. But they might not even stink. They might be a really good 4-win team.
Okay. All right.
I'm not joking.
That sucks.
They might show signs of massive improvement and win 4 games.
There's no such thing as a really good 4-win team. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
What are you talking about? The 2005 Packers, best 4-win team in NFL history.
Yeah, they weren't good.
Best 4-win team ever.
Yeah, best 4-win team ever, but that means nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
But I think what's unique with college football, and specifically the Badgers, is they could legitimately show signs of massive improvement.
No, winning 4 games, there's no such thing as winning less games.
But there might be more continuity. No. They might look like they know what the heck they're doing.
Cool. Guess what's
which I think they lacked a lot last year.
Guess what's going to happen? If Trench knows what he's doing, Trench might say, all right, enter in the portal again.
Trench Kakahuna, you mean?
Yeah. I mean, unless they got him signed to a 2-year whatever. But that doesn't even matter. Because somehow...
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I'm so low on the Badgers. I'm excited for college football season.
Which is coming up very soon as well. We'll have college football season before we have NFL.
That's true. And for somebody like me that was pretty anti-expansion for the college football playoff, year 1 provided.
Oh, you were anti? I love 12. It's just stop at 12.
Here's my problem with it. College football, and maybe NIL and transfer portal has made this a little bit better, but there's usually only like 3 or 4 really good teams in college football every year. So to have a 12-team playoff, to me, seems silly when you can get the cream of the crop, the best of the best in the playoff. Or, like, if you lose 3 games in the regular season, I don't think you belong there.
I think you usually have 1 or 2 teams that clearly look like the better football teams, and then you have a whole bunch of teams in between that 3 to 7 range or are good football teams, but you don't really know. Because you even saw it this year. Ohio State was a really good football team, but they lost, 2 regular season games? They lost to Oregon, they lost to Michigan.
Yep.
But they were still one of the top teams in the country. If Alabama, who did not get into the Alabama didn't get in this year, did they? No, Alabama didn't get into the 12th. No. But if Alabama gets in, they probably are able to find a way to win, right? And so, not win at all, but find a way to win a football game. And so I'm just saying, I'm not opposed to this. I think last year did deliver. But who always delivers, Strouf? You know who always delivers?
Gruber Law Offices.
Gruber Law Offices always deliver, but always know if your loved one is ever injured in an accident, you know who to call. It is Gruber Law Offices, who have been serving the people of Wisconsin for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices is Wisconsin's premier injury law firm, and guess what? They are a family firm and a winning team. In Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, you already know one call, that's all. That means when you call them, you don't pay a single penny until they win your case. Yes, you never pay a single penny until they win your case. I got into a car accident, and the Grubers took great care of me, and I want them to take great care of you as well. So if you ever get injured in an accident, or you know a family member gets injured in an accident, don't go back and forth with the insurance companies at all. You make one call, that's all, to Gruber Law Offices, and they will take care of you. Call them today at 414-276-6666. That's 414-276-6666, or visit them at gruber-law.com. And as always, one call, that's all with Gruber Law Offices.
One call, that's all. More Sunday Karma coming up right after this.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
College students, are you looking to make your campus living more comfortable, functional, and fashionable this year? Let IKEA help. From innovative storage solutions and furniture to maximize your space, to fashionable bedding and accessories to make it uniquely yours, IKEA is helping make college living truly inspired by you. And now, qualified college students can save even more with 15% off their IKEA purchase when they sign up for IKEA Family for free. Visit IKEA Oak Creek, IKEA Schaumburg, or check out the Ready for College section on IKEA.com/US to learn more.
Step right up and gaze into my crystal ball. I see flashing lights, spinning reels, and a big win. This August, you have a ticket to a cash carnival at Potawatomi. Play with your rewards card and earn entries to win your share of $300,000 in cash and prizes. Prize drawings every Thursday through August 28th. Your fortune awaits only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
With a dedicated Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. For 15 years, we've been serving businesses, organizations, and individuals in the area with a long-standing commitment to the healthcare and not-for-profit sectors. Whether it's expansion to commercial payments, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions to navigate your organization's complex needs. Experience the difference with Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
We've all had those moments walking through the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair and thought, ooh, that would be nice to have. Hey, this is Jen Latta from Jen Gabe & Chewy telling you that my purchase of an infrared sauna from Good Health Saunas is one of the best things I've ever bought, and it came at the State Fair. I can feel the extra energy and flexibility that I've gained from using my sauna, plus my skin and hair look better than ever. And with the amount that I travel, its detoxification benefits are totally worth it. Visit Good Health Saunas at the Wisconsin State Fair. Full product details are available at goodhealthsaunas.com. For your next night out, revel in the fusion of artistry and flavor with Sushi at St. Kate, offering guests an elevated experience where freshness and creativity converge in every bite. St. Kate the Arts Hotel introduces an exciting new sushi menu to its culinary repertoire. Indulge in the finest seafood, freshest ingredients, and expert craftsmanship for an inspired and delectable dining journey. Experience the art of sushi at St. Kate and learn more at stkatearts.com.
Wow, a bomb by Yelich! Join the crew for an electric matchup when the Brewers host the Mets August 8th through the 10th. The weekend starts with a celebration at Cerveceros Night on Friday the 8th, featuring makers markets, music, and more. Then don't miss an all-new Christian Yelich bobblehead giveaway on Saturday the 9th, courtesy of American Family Insurance. Close out the series with Sunday Matinee Baseball and a limited edition Jacob Mizorowski t-shirt giveaway. Grab your tickets at Brewers.com.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, zero bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Whether it's breaking Packers news, breaking Bucks news, or breaking Brewers news, we are Milwaukee's place for the biggest sports stories right when they happen on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Just come outside for the night. Take your time, get your life.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Let's go, Sunday Karma. Alex Strouf, Kyle Wallace hanging out with you. Good energy in the building today, Kyle. Wouldn't you agree? We've got good energy. We're talking positively about our sports teams. It's actually cool to be here and, feel good about every sports team right now.
I mean,
other than the Badgers.
I mean, listen, the Badgers got to show me. Once they show me they suck, then I'll be fine. And I know through August, I don't have to worry about that. Because the first 2 games are a cakewalk. So I'll still be optimistic about the Badgers. I'm sure Dylan Jones will run for a lot of yards, and Dupree will run for a lot of yards. And I'll be happy about the running game finally being back until they play Alabama.
Are we sure it's back?
It'll be back after the first 2 weeks.
All right, I'll give you that. Brewers going for the sweep of the Washington Nationals in less than an hour from now, coming up after us on 100.5 ESPN Madison, as well as our sister station in Milwaukee, 620 WTMJ, of course, your home for the Brewers. Brewers have had 40 hits in the last 2 days.
That's unbelievable.
We started the show here, but I want to go back to it real quick because we've only got a few minutes left. I want to make it very clear. What we saw Thursday into Friday, was fan brain. People were upset and disappointed and almost angry that the Brewers didn't take a, no pun intended, big swing at the trade deadline. I heard multiple people say or tweet or I read it places. So many people had the reaction of, well, this is the Brewers showing us they don't care about a World Series. And I thought that was just the craziest overreaction for a team that has proven time and time again the last 2 months that they are for real. They are the best team in baseball. Whoever they play, whatever they do, they find ways to win games. Thus now 22 games over 500 and a 2-game lead on the best record in the major leagues. And just because they didn't acquire Geno Suarez or Ryan O'Hearn at the trade deadline, people were legitimately upset and questioning whether or not this team was good enough to win the World Series. And look, the Nationals stink. They're one of the worst teams in the league. But 40 hits in 2 days is impressive, even if you're playing a high school team. 40 hits in 2 days is absurd. Jacob Mizorowski and Jackson Chourio are on the IL because they are being rested, and these are precautionary measures for a team that very clearly will be a player come October. So all the negativity we heard Friday and Thursday night, wash it away. People, I think, lost sight of how good this team is. Let me remind you as clearly as I can. The Milwaukee Brewers are the best team in Major League Baseball. The Milwaukee Brewers are capable of beating anybody in the MLB. The Milwaukee Brewers should be considered serious contenders to win the World Series come October. That is the baseball team that plays in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Don't forget that. Just because there's no Geno Suarez or Ryan O'Hearn doesn't mean this team isn't a serious player, because they are for real. This is a team that is World Series good.
Strouf, I think what's crazy about the game on Friday, and we talked about that lineup, Brandon Lockridge literally just became a Milwaukee Brewer. He wasn't on this roster to start the season. Andrew Vaughn was not on this roster to start the season. Caleb Durbin was not on this roster to start the season. Danny Jansen not on this roster to start the season. Siegler not on the roster to start the season. Blake Perkins been hurt most of the season. Andrew Monasario not on the roster to start the season. So you got 7 guys in the lineup that you're probably not really expecting to depend on to do much of anything for you throughout this season. And these 7 guys are able to do what? 16 runs? Nobody thought going to, because we talked about it. We thought, what was the over-under was like 5.5 runs for the Brewers. And that was before the lineup came out. We were like, oh, are they going to lower that? They doubled it. They tripled it. They literally tripled it. That's so impressive for your backups to be doing. So, again, this Milwaukee Brewers baseball team is incredible right now. But the thing is everybody has confidence. Everybody. Anybody that goes into that lineup, they feel like, okay, I can do it. I can make it work. And that's what is important for this baseball team moving forward. Lockridge went 2 for 6. I'll take it. I will absolutely take that.
The best team in baseball plays in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Don't lose sight of that. And hey, while you're watching them sweep the Nationals later today, maybe you have a cocktail. Door County Distillery is the best. Locally produced, award-winning spirits from Door County, from Carlsville. If you're heading to Door County, make sure you stop in. If not, go to your local liquor store. Grab a bottle of their bourbon. Grab a bottle of their single malt whiskey. Grab some cherry brandy to mix up in your old fashions. They're the best. Check out their website, doorcountydistillery.com. Find a huge list of unique cocktail recipes with their wide array of products, which includes gins, rums, whiskeys, brandies, and more. And find the retailer nearest you. Type in your zip code, click the product you're looking for. They're the best. DoorCountyDistillery.com is the website for the locally made, award-winning, handcrafted cocktails from Door County Distillery. We're up the show, Palermo's picks, and some final thoughts on the hottest team, the best team in baseball. Coming up next, it's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Best Marquette games ever, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Most memorable ever, if you consider the most famous post-game photo, February 5th, 1974, 59-58, Marquette over Wisconsin on a last-second 20-foot shot by Maurice Lucas. The still-famous photo has a joyous Al McGuire jumping on the scorer's table, and the father of the opposing team's talented twin sons responding with a half a peace sign or the middle finger. And Maurice Lucas saying, Coach Al would have been hiding under that table if I had made that shot. If you're a company owner offering medical insurance for your employees, you may be sick and tired of the constant increase in rates or change in benefits. Now's the time to take a look at a different type of plan. At Saganiac Planning, it's called level funding, an opportunity to keep premiums low and possibly receive a return of your premiums. For more information, call John Saganiac Jr. Level Funding, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and his son Chris talk to Hall of Fame NBA writer Mark Stein. Find Here District now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
Ready to escape to a resort that has it all? The Island Resort and Casino is your total thrill getaway, where championship golf, a luxury spa, world-class gaming, and epic entertainment come together. Tee it up at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Unwind at the Drift Spa. Dine, play, win, repeat. Go all in on an unforgettable getaway. Book your total experience today at islandresortandcasino.com.
Siding Unlimited is your local family-owned and operated resource for remodeling your home. We specialize in replacing windows, siding, roofing, doors, and decks. I say specialize because that is who we send to your home. Our team is built around the experts in all fields. Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Looking for new windows, siding, roofing, and doors? Visit the 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Window Contractor of the Year winner at sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Waukesha.
Start the day with Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You can't get to the Super Bowl in early October. But they are not playing like a team that has those types of aspirations right now.
On 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. It's that time.
Yes, it's finally here.
Craig makes his picks of the week.
You can bet the house on it.
Picks of the week on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. Presented by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Palermo's Picks time. Sunday Karma. You can find out what all the screaming is about this week. Couple days left at Pick and Save and Metro Market stores. Screamin' Sicilian Original, Thin and Crispy, and Tavern-style pizzas are buy one, get one. Hear that, Bogo Boy?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Palermo's Pizzas Original, Screamin' Sicilian Original, Thin and Crispy, and Tavern-style pizzas. Bogo through Tuesday, August 5th. It's a deal so good you'll be screaming for more. Screamin' Sicilian Bogo through August 5th at your local Pick and Save and Metro Market stores. Screaming good savings, screaming good pizza, screaming Sicilian. Buy one, get one at Metro Market and Pick and Save for a couple more days. Ernie and a Bard on the Carbless text line, 800-990-3776. Strouf, the Cubs and Brewers are 4-4 with 5 games yet to play. Don't get carried away. I don't know how much more this team needs to do to convince everybody they are for real. I heard it on Friday nonstop. Oh, well, they're not serious about a World Series. Come on, dude. This is a World Series good team. The pitching is there. They're delivering the hits. Players that were considered in a slump despite winning games nonstop are now seemingly out of that. Christian Yelich, William Contreras. I mean, I don't know what more this team can do in the month of August to convince you, Ernie, and everybody else that's doubting them that they're for real. Yeah, they've got 5 with the Cubs coming in 2 weeks. When they go 4-1, let's revisit. I think they need to be taken more seriously than they already are. They will go for the sweep of the Nationals today. Logan Henderson gets the start after Jacob Mizorowski placed on the injured list, retroactive to July 31st. So he's a couple days in, but about a week and a half. He'll miss 2 starts due to that comebacker that hit him in the leg earlier in the week against the Cubs. This team is so exciting. Yeah, he did. He did. But they are so exciting. And I'm just a little irritated that people still are not taking the best team in baseball, the hottest team in baseball, the most exciting team in baseball seriously. So, they get the sweep today, Kyle? You think they're going to take care of business, or they're going to drop one today?
No, they're going to take care of business.
I think so too.
They look dang good.
Yeah, this has been a fun weekend.
And then Logan Henderson, he's a really great pitcher. I'm glad he can come up to make a start. Crazy that you just traded Nestor Cortez. He probably would have been
a good spot for him.
Yeah, would have been nice. But okay, that's fine. You still got Chad.
But you got Brandon Lockridge out of it. He's had a nice little weekend.
It's just you put on a Brewers uniform, and all of a sudden you know how to play baseball.
Well, Sal Frelick dealing with that hammy. Jackson Churio on the IL. Actually, didn't hurt to bring in an outfielder with speed. He's been a good, top of the order guy. He's been leading off. He did on Friday. Today you will have no Sal Frelick. He is out today. Your lineup looks like this. Bryce Terang will lead off. Lockridge moved to 8th today. Kind of a weird lineup again today. Your infield is Andrew Vaughn at first base. Second base, Bryce Terang. Shortstop is Joey Ortiz as always. And third base will be Anthony Siegler. Your outfield from left to right is Isaac Collins, Blake Perkins, and Brandon Lockridge. So, interesting.
Yeah,
lineup.
Nobody wouldn't be on my bingo card a month ago.
Yeah, but knowing this team, they'll probably get 60 more hits today.
The guys are hitting well. Blake Perkins is on.
All right, couple minutes left. Sydney Sweeney's taking the internet by storm. What's going on, Kyle? You're hip. You're in the know. What's going on?
You probably should have asked me this off air. Now she just put on some jeans, man. And there are people who are, I don't even know. Very few people are mad about a white woman being in a commercial with
Why
jeans.
are we mad about it?
Because they're saying she has good genes, well, she does have good genes. Not only does she have good genes that she wears, she has good genes for good looking.
Yeah, she's an attractive woman.
Yeah,
who is modeling. And people are upset?
Because they're saying that she has good genes. They're saying that her genes are superior. No, it's not even. It's double. It's Abercrombie fish. It's a double on
American Eagle, but yes.
Yeah, American Eagle. Yes. Hey, I think she does have good genes. Great genes from American Eagle and great genes from her mama and papa. She's very attractive. Very attractive woman.
All right. Glad I brought that up at the end of the show.
You didn't even know what that. You had no idea what was going on with that.
I knew she did an American Eagle ad, and then it's just been trending all week, and people are angry. Apparently.
I was actually going to talk about that on Truth to Power 12 to 1.
Well, that's why I'm asking you.
I was actually going to talk. Yeah, need to calm
it sounds like a Kyle Wallace topic.
Yeah. Let's calm down. She's a beautiful person. It's a great ad. Let's stop hate. Stop beauty hating. That's what that is.
Well, it's clear where Kyle stands on Sydney Sweeney. He thinks she's hot.
There's a lot of beautiful women. I live with one.
All right, good way to end the show. We're back with you next week, 10 to noon on Sundays. Brewers Nationals coming up next on 100.5 ESPN in Madison. You'll get ESPN Radio here in Milwaukee.
The Brewers winning today, right?
That's correct. That is our Palermo's pick.
The sweet, baby. Bring out the brooms.
Bring out the brooms yet again. Brewers Nationals coming up next. ESPN Madison as well as 620 WTMJ. You'll get ESPN Radio here on ESPN Milwaukee. Thanks for hanging with us this morning. Thanks to Ben Bruss. Thanks to Jason Wilde. Thanks to you, Kyle. That'll do it for us. Send us out. Peace.
This is ESPN Wisconsin and ESPNWisconsin.com.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have